Okay, so for our example today, we will be plotting a quadratic graph, and this is the equation that we are dealing with. Now, if you notice the equation, there is no b value, alright? So, which means that this point, the vertex point, alright, which is the highest or the lowest point of the quadratic graph, alright, is on the y-axis, okay? So I have this table over here, so what we're going to do is we're going to find our coordinates, alright? We're going to find our coordinates, so we have enough information to plot this graph. So let's plug in all the information down there. So what do I have over here? Alright, I have -5 square. Always remember, -5, any negative number, when you square it, alright, when you square it, you will always get a positive value, alright? So -5 squared, that's 25. 25 minus 9, alright, you should get 16 over there, okay? And then -4 squared, I should get 16. And 16 minus 9, that should give me 7, okay? -3 squared, alright, -3 squared, that will give me 9. 9 minus 9, that will be 0. -2 squared, 4. 4 minus 9, that should give me a -5. -1 squared is just 1. 1 minus 9, that will give me -8. 0 squared is nothing. Minus 9, that will give me -9. And when you work all this number out, you will notice it will be the same from over here. Alright, you can try out yourself, and I'll tell you why in a while. Alright, why do you get this? Alright, so what is this showing us? This is basically showing us that in a quadratic graph, alright, this is the vertex point again, this is the lowest point for the graph, alright? The vertex point, okay, has a line of symmetry through the vertex point, alright? A quadratic graph has a line of symmetry through the vertex point, which is basically telling you that the left side and the right side of the graph, it's equal, okay? So with this information, I think I have enough information to plot the graph already. So let's see my x value. So I think for my x value, I will choose the scale of 0, 1, 2, 3. I think I should be able to fit that all nicely into my graph. Alright. So for my y value, since I'm dealing with such a big number, so let's see what we're going to use. So let's just say I choose here. Now always do remember, when you want to draw your graph, do not draw the line first. Plan out, alright, like what I'm doing over here. So let's see, if let's say this is -5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so let's see my 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, looks good for my x-axis. What about my y-axis? Now, biggest number is 16, so it might look reasonable to use the 0, 2, 4, 6 scale, but let's check. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Oh, I'm lacking. So what about the bottom? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 over here. And my lowest number is -9, so it's going to be over here. Alright, but it's not suitable because I can't fit 16 over here. So if I can't use the 2, 4, 6 scale, I'm going to use my next scale, which is 0, 5, 10, 15. Alright, so let's check again. So my 0 is over here, 5, 10, 15, 20. Alright, I think that looks fine. Okay, over here it's -5, -10. Okay, I think that looks fine. Alright, so let's now draw our graph. I'm just gonna draw my lines, and we can start drawing our points, our coordinates. Again, just a quick tips for everyone. Make sure when you are drawing your graph, please make sure you draw your line on the bolded line over there, because this will help you to make your graph much more neat and tidy, and this will help your examiner to mark your graph as well. Alright, oops. And please make sure your pencil is always sharp, and please make sure you use a long ruler. A long ruler is always helpful. Get those like 30 centimeter ruler, that will be always helpful. So I'm gonna label out all the points first, so before I start my labeling. Alright, so that's my x-axis over here. So I'll start label now, level 5, maybe 4, and so on. Okay, for my y-axis. Alright, so this is going to be 5, 10, 15, 20. So that's my y-axis over here. And for the bottom part, -5, -10. Okay, that's enough. Alright. So right now I can plot my points already. Okay, this looks good. I can plot my points. So my first coordinate is -5, 16. So -5 for x-axis, 16 for my y-axis. Alright. Now it should be one small box above 15. So if I want to mark it from this graph, it should be over here. Alright. Now it might be not so clear from your view, but I will try my best to give you an idea. Alright. So -4 and 7. So -4 is here. So 7 is gonna be somewhere here. Alright. Let's see. Oh, wait. 15. Okay. Let me plot this nicer. Okay. Now, for those of you that where do you mark the 16? It should be not one box, sorry, my mistake. It should be two small boxes above. Alright? So this is 15, two small boxes at 16, two small boxes 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay? So they are equally spread. So -4 and 7. So -4 is here, it's 5. That's my 6. The 7 is over here. So I'll mark that coordinate down. -3, 0. That's my x-intercept. -2, -5. So this will be nicely over here. 0, -9. That's my y-intercept. It should be somewhere here. Alright, 1 and -8. Oh, I missed out one coordinate, sorry. 1 and -8 should be here. Yeah. Okay. So 2 and -5. Oh, sorry, 1 and -8 first. So this one should be the same thing. 2 and -5. My x-intercept. 4 and 7. 6, 7, this one. And 5 and 16. So 15, 16. Okay. So done. I plot all my points already. Now for those who really can't see what I do, maybe when you do on graph paper, you can understand more. Now always remember these are a lot of common mistakes that students will see this is 5 and then they thought one small box is 6. It's a very common mistake. Remember to always check depending on the scale you choose. So how do I check this? Basically, this is what I look at. Over here to here, if you check a graph paper, there are 10 small boxes. And 10 small boxes is represent 5 over here. So you can just do a simple calculation. One small box is equivalent to how many? So we can just take 5 divided by 10 small boxes. And you will find out that one small box is equivalent to 0.5, which tells you that two small boxes is equivalent to 1 unit. Alright, so that's why you can see my example over here, two small boxes to 1 unit. Alright, so I'm done with all my points. So all I'm left now is to plot the graph. Now again, just to everyone to know, when you want to plot your quadratic graph, it's going to take a lot of practice to get used to it, alright? So don't worry if you don't get the nice one for the first time, just keep practice and you will do fine. But a quick tips for you, make sure you have a sharp pencil. And when you want to draw a quadratic graph, now I can't demonstrate because it's projected over here, but feel free to rotate your graph paper. Now, how I find it easy for me, I will rotate my graph paper in a way that I will always start to draw from my vertex point. Okay, vertex point is over here. That is what helped me the most. Okay, so I'll try my best to demonstrate a smooth curve as possible. So let's see. So it's going to be something like this. So let's try. I will start from the vertex point. Right, join point by point. Okay, as smooth as possible. Right, I think this looks fine for illustration purpose. And then once you're done with one side, we fix the other side. All right, now this doesn't look so nice, so we fix it again. So it will be, usually there will be a lot of erasing involved, but don't worry about that. As you practice, you will do better and better. All right, so this point, let me try to fix this. So it should look something like this. All right. Okay, I think, let me try to look. I think that looks fine, but let me try to fix it a little bit more. All right. All right, so what you see right now is one smooth line over here. All right, so please make sure your quadratic graph will also look something like this, but I believe you all can do much better. But do remember a common mistake when you do a quadratic graph, don't do this. Some students would like to shade, then you see multiple lines. Your examiner do not like to see that. All right, so please make sure it's only one smooth line. Now, once you're done, always label your line equation. This is basically y is equals to x squared minus 9. All right, and then we are done. Okay, that's how you draw a quadratic graph. Thank you.